back, everyone, to another episode on Fitz-PSG. I want to thank everyone who viewed my last unboxing video for my birthday haul. Very cool. I'm loving the support. That is probably, actually it is now my highest viewed video, so everyone that has watched that, I appreciate every view that you have on there. I want to thank everyone for just the continued support. I appreciate it immensely. I figured in this one I was actually going to do a video on my Black Friday haul, kind of show what I got for the channel, some stuff for me, some stuff's not for the channel, but overall I wanted to just share everything with everyone of what I got. So the first thing I got, it's not super exciting, but I did manage to get this at GameStop. Really cool. It is a just a canvas art of the various Zeldas that have come out through the age. So since I am huge into Zelda and a video game nerd, I figured that this was actually a pretty good deal. They had it at GameStop. They have a few different ones. They have this. They have a Mario Kart. There's also a Deadpool, and I forget the last one, but these are actually pretty good size and really nice overall. The material seems really nice. I'm going to hang this up here in the man cave somewhere. But they were only $5, so not a bad price at all for a collectible like this, because they're probably going to make it once and you'll never see it again. So this was a really cool pickup. I like this. Now, to continue on with the Zelda theme, I got this at GameStop as well. This was, I think, $5.99. It is a Zelda Breath of the Wild puzzle. They had another Breath of the Wild one as well, but I thought this one looked a little bit cooler. The other one was more of the poster and the cover art, I believe, for the game. But this one looked a little bit cooler. I'm not really good at puzzles, so this might take me a little while. It's only 200 pieces, but it's really cool, and I think once it's done, I'm going to make sure to use that special glue where I can glue it together and make sure that it is going to stick together. I might even frame it. I think they sell frames for stuff like this, so depending on the size, looks like it's 9 inches by 11. I'm sure I could probably find something for that. So this is really cool. And it wasn't too expensive either, so that'll be a cool little piece that I might put somewhere in the background if I frame it up. So this is cool. So far we've got about $11 worth of stuff. Nothing too fancy. Now this isn't a video game and it has nothing to do with the channel, but I thought it was pretty cool. If you have not watched this show yet, Stranger Things, I highly recommend it. It is a Netflix original series, so if you don't have Netflix, you're either going to have to buy the DVD set, or maybe you can use someone else's Netflix password. That's what I do. But this is really cool. Target has this as an exclusive item. It is normally in a DVD case, but this one is exclusive, and it looks like a VHS box, VHS cassette, just like in the old days, because this actually takes place in the 80s, so it's kind of fitting. So it looks like an old VHS case. It looks as if there's a VHS tape in the bottom, which is really cool. And this was really cheap on Black Friday, so this is normally $25. But they had it on sale for $10, so I thought that was a really cool deal. If you don't know anything about this and you haven't heard about it, I highly recommend it. It kind of feels a lot like a New Age Goonies. The story is four boys are all together, and they're into like Dungeons and Dragons and nerdy stuff like that. And one day, this mysterious girl, 11, she's actually from a power plant that is doing like secret government experiments, and she escapes. And when they kind of go into a storm and run into her, all of a sudden the one boy gets transported into what they call like the upside down world, the like reverse world, and the rest of the episodes are them trying to figure out how to get him back while also kind of learning like what 11 can do. Very good series. Season 2 is out now. I have not watched that season yet. Pretty sure it's probably just as good. People can't stop raving about this show, so I will watch this. Let's see actually what it looks like inside. I'm guessing this box is just for show. Let's see if we can get this open. But I thought, for it only being $10, you can't go wrong, especially since it's a collector's edition. Stuff like this normally doesn't get released again. Let's see, what else does it come with here? Only at Target, Caesar 1, Collector's Edition. So it's actually the Blu-ray, DVD set, and collectible poster. So that's actually kind of cool. You get all of them in there. I remember back in the day when VHSs were everything, and if you are not old enough to remember those, you used to have to if I could talk, you used to have to rewind movies and get them back to where you wanted to, or fast forward, and there were commercials, and for some reason I cannot get this out of the box. It is in there really good. So that is, let's see if we can get this. Come on, buddy, don't fight me. Daddy wants to watch you. Okay, so there is the box. I don't know if that'll stand. Stay. Good boy. Okay, really cool. Hey, just what I was talking about too. Please Be Kind, Rewind. That used to be all over the VHSs. If you remember Blockbuster, those were around me. A to Z Video, those were big. So if you've never seen a VHS tape, welcome. You probably also don't know what E.T. is or any of the old classics, but we've got, this is the front of them, and just like the old days, this is the back of what they would look like. Just two spinning wheels, and the normal thing that would happen in here is just like tape that actually has all the movies in, and quite commonly you would actually get the film in there caught. Your movie would degrade after so many views. So this was a really bad technology, but back in the day, that's all we really had. Let's open this up and see what's inside here. Oh, cool. So we've got the discs in here. Looks like disc 1 and 2, and those are Blu-ray. Let's see what we have back here. And if we lift it up, looks like, okay, they say Netflix on them. I thought that I guess they still have to brand that. And on the back, it has discs 1 and 2 of the DVDs. So DVDs are white, and the black for the Blu-ray. Kind of cool that it's actually kind of showing like upside down world. So it's almost like the reverse. So that's kind of interesting. And I dropped the disc. Thankfully, it's Blu-ray, and those are pretty durable. So let's see. Friends Don't Lie. Let's see what's in here. I'm guessing this is going to be the limited edition poster. Let me sit that over here. I'll sit the box there with that. Okay, let's see what we got here. I'm going to guess that maybe it's the Demogorgon. That would be pretty cool. This could be another collectible to put up here. I can't open posters. Posters are hard. Stranger Things Netflix poster. So it is the creature with the Stranger Things kind of logo in the middle. That's kind of cool. I like that. I think they probably could have done a little bit better job, but I mean, hey, they included a poster, which is pretty cool. They didn't really even have to do that. That's not really the selling point. The idea that it's a collector's edition to me is more of a selling point. I know a lot of people will collect things like these kind of collector's editions. I know my uncle will collect things like steelbooks. I know that's pretty big for collectors. They'll go out and buy those editions. I only have a few of those, so I'm not too big into that. I actually recently got rid of all my movies that weren't superhero movies, so this is actually the first thing that I've gotten that interests me that's not a superhero movie, so props to you, Stranger Things. You've joined some elite company, and the case has a special feature. It farts. Okay, let's put that over here. Now that's out of the way. Now we actually have some pretty cool stuff for you. So these are going to be some more games that I'm going to be able to play for the channel. I've already gone ahead and bought a ton of stuff. So Assassin's Creed Origins is coming. Resident Evil 7 is coming. I have, especially with the VR, so that's cool. I've got Skyrim in VR now. And I also have the new Wolfenstein 3, or no, I guess it technically would be 3, but it's called Wolfenstein 2 because the other one had 2, so order's hard, I can't count. So this would be technically Wolfenstein 3. So those will be coming to the channel as well. And since I just finished the Call of Duty series, if you have not checked that out, go ahead and check it out. Finally, a good Call of Duty game. I have not checked out multiplayer. sorry, it's not my thing. I play games for the story. So if you have a good story, I will be there. And Call of Duty, this one, you did a great job. Congrats to you, Activision and Sledgehammer Games, for going back to the old school Call of Duty. I appreciate you doing that. Hopefully the trend continues. And we get more games. I know Battlefield started it off going back to World War I. Now we got World War II. So very cool stuff. Hopefully that's a sign of things to come, and they're going to play more single player, like put more thought into it. The sad thing is most people probably won't play the single player. I know I'm one of the weird ones that plays games for single player, but hey, I appreciate everything you guys did, so congrats. Keep at it. So we've got a couple of games here that will be on the channel as well. I did not play the first one of these that extensively, so I don't know if you need to play the first to kind of understand the second, so I might be a little lost, so I apologize if I don't know all the references or what everyone's talking about, but I do like the book. So the first game is going to be The Shadow of War. This game was extremely cheap on Black Friday, so I figured I'd pick it up since it's pretty new. I know a lot of people have been requesting this game. Very popular. The first one got a lot of praise, so did this one. So I'm going to assume that this is probably really good too. The reviews have been really good. I know that there was some controversy with this game with loot boxes and stuff like that. Kind of seems to be the trend nowadays where they're trying to get more and more money out of people. It's already bad enough that these games are 60 bucks. And then you look, like this has a collector's edition, which is 100, and then there's still loot boxes on top of that. So I understand that games haven't gone up in price, and it costs a lot of money to make games, but I mean, there's a lot of gamers out there, so it should kind of weigh itself out. I think I'd actually be more okay if they raise prices to, like, say even 70 bucks, if this Loot Crate stuff kind of went to the wayside. It's like gambling, and it kind of stinks. I don't want to buy a game and then have more stuff that's missing, so we'll see how this one goes. Hopefully it's as good as what everyone's saying. This is another game that I did not complete the first one. I did start it on the channel, and I probably will go back to it, but this one seems to be a little different. I don't know if you necessarily need to play the first one for this either. I'm thinking you probably don't in order to follow the story. It looks like it kind of plays into it, but I don't think it's necessarily 100% required. But this was also extremely cheap on Black Friday, and it is newer, so I figured that would be pretty fun too. I don't think it's getting as much love as some of the other games, unfortunately. It looks like it's more of a cult hit, but I'll be playing that for you guys too. And this one's been out for a little while, but this was also on sale on Black Friday. So I know a lot of people have been playing this and been having a lot of fun with it. It looks like there's a lot of glitches and stuff like that, but we're going to be playing this game, Friday the 13th. Should be a lot of fun. You get to play as both Jason and the counselors if you're not really, or the kids, not the counselors. If you're not really familiar with it, it's kind of in the vein of Left 4 Dead or Evolve. So one person will start as Jason in various forms, and then the other ones will be the kids, and your whole goal is to survive Jason and make sure you don't get killed. From what I've watched, it looks like it's really funny, and there's some good moments in it, and it also kind of can be frightening, so this should be a lot of fun to play overall. And I did get a few games for the PlayStation VR that we can go ahead and play on the VR together, besides the ones I already announced. So these were all on sale. The first one is PlayStation Worlds. It seems to be this is more of like a demo disc than anything. Nothing really crazy on it. There's a few games overall, which let me kind of show you the back. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, so I'll try to put in some B-roll for you guys of the games here. But there's a few games in here overall. London Heist apparently is the best of the games in here. It is a game where you have to rob, I think you have to steal a gem, and you get to kind of do the whole heist, and it shows parts in the trailer of you like shooting out the car and kind of cracking the safe and everything like that. So they said that's the best one, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. Ocean Descent, you swim with sharks. VR Luge, looks like it's just a luge game. Scavenger Odyssey, I'm not sure what that is. And then Danger Ball is a VR version of Pong almost, where it goes back and forth and you've just use your controller or your, I guess, the motion controllers to hit the ball that's coming towards you. So this game is more of like a demo of what the VR can do than anything. This was $20 on sale for $10, and it was originally $40, so it's going down a lot. So not expecting much from this, but just kind of a fun game to kind of get me into VR. Another two that were on sale from $20 down to $10, we've got Driveclub VR. They say racing games are a lot of fun. They can give motion sickness to some people, so I'm going to try to avoid that. But it should be pretty fun to actually like be in the cockpit of the car. Should be a lot more immersive overall than the normal driving, I would think. So that would be pretty cool overall to see. This isn't the greatest reviewed game, but for $10, I don't really think that you can go wrong for a VR game and racing. It should just kind of whet my appetite. If Gran Turismo ever goes down, I'll probably get that. It's probably going to be a little bit better than this, but for $10, I mean, who's really going to complain? And then this one actually is very well reviewed. At some places, it was also 10. It is Until Dawn Rush of Blood. So if you played the original Until Dawn, that was a survival horror game. This one's going to be a little different. This one's actually only about 2 hours long from what I've read. And you are on a carnival ride. And you are trying to go through a funhouse. And it looks like there's evil clowns and spiders. And pretty much everything that is a phobia for most people is in this game. And you're just shooting them as they come up to your minecart. Everything is on rails. So kind of think of House of the Dead style, but going through in VR and actually shooting people in front of you. So that should be pretty cool. I really like that. It seems to be that horror is where VR is heading. It seems like a lot of stuff is really geared towards that, and roller coasters. One of the other games that I want to play for you is Batman when I get it. I didn't get that one yet. And there's also, I saw a free demo for a SpiderMan Homecoming for the movie. It's a tie-in. And you actually kind of get to play a Spider-Man, put on the mask, and kind of fly around New York. So that stuff's really cool that you can do that. It's impressive how far we've come. So this is pretty much all the stuff that I got. I got one more thing, not really exciting. It is kind of video game related, but not exciting at all. This was at Walmart. I wouldn't have gotten it if it wasn't extremely cheap. I have never seen it, but I am a huge fan of the Assassin's Creed series. Very poorly reviewed film, but it was Blu-ray and it was only like $3. So even if it's bad, it's cheaper than renting. So I think, I mean, what's the worst that it could be? I mean, maybe it's as bad as Doom. Who knows? Doom was probably one of the worst video game movies, along with Double Dragon and Mario. Oof. That's bringing back bad memories. So I guess it could be pretty bad, but I guess we'll see. We'll find out. But for $3, it's not the worst. I mean, I spend more than that on coffee. So overall, this was my haul for Black Friday. I think I did pretty well. I know a lot of people normally go out and they try to get, you know, the big TVs and camcorders and everything like that. There just wasn't really much that excited me this year on there, and I wanted to focus more on the channel and get games and stuff that we could share together and I can give to the all the subscribers and stuff, so you've got new content constantly coming in. So we've got a lot to look forward to. I already have a ton of games down there, and I have a ton of stuff planned, so more unboxings. I'm going to show off the VR a little bit. There's going to be a ton of stuff, so I would say keep tuned to the channel so that way you can definitely see what's coming on. I appreciate every one of you guys. I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, send a comment, a like. Tell me what you got on Black Friday. What did you go out and pick up? Were you crazy and you went out just like me? Or did you stay home and you avoid the mall and everywhere else like the plague? I'm curious to see what you guys have to say. And until next time, guys, I will see you right back here on the channel.